What's going on? It's Tatcha. No, it's been a minute. I've been going for a minute. You know, it's the summertime. Summertime. Alright, it's not an excuse. I apologize. But I'm back and I'm better. It's the culture lock. This is the rundown. Hit a couple hot topics and I get out of your head. Without further ado, let's just get right back into this. Yeah! So Gil Arenas, he recently got jammed up. The feds came and grabbed his ass up. Apparently, they're alleging that him and 3 others were hosting an illegal gambling spot, basically running a casino out of one of Gilbert's homes. They're saying that Gilbert was aware of this because they were using his name and likeness for certain things and certain services and using him to get clientele. That's their story. So they rounded all of them up, Gilbert included. Gilbert made bail, I think the next day, $50K, something like that. Dropped that and he got out, and in Gil Arenas fashion, he made a joke of the whole situation. He made light of it, said they can't hold him. Gilbert's word is, he ain't had nothing to do with that. That's what he's saying essentially. He ain't had nothing to do with nothing. All he did was rent a house out. He didn't know what was going on in there. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. That's it. Well, we'll see. He's out on bail. The trial is going to eventually happen. They're either going to drop the charges against him, or he's going to, provide information, and they're just going to slide him up out of the situation. But we'll see how that goes. There's been conversation about it, of course. I think Nick Young made light of the situation, of course.
Stupid motherfucker gone, man. They got him. Don't worry about Gil Arenas. I got that now. We might as well just change the show to Swaggy's Arena, and in conjunctions with Gilbert. We're going to put a little Gilbert sign on the side. It's still Swaggy's Arena until you come back home. So when they bust in, I say, whatever he did it. He did it. Hey man, it won't be the first time I lost one of my friends to the cell. Just keep him in there, cause he been a f***ed up friend ever since I met him. Just might as well just keep him. Whatever he said, whatever y'all think he did, probably more than likely, just keep him in there. He don't need to come back. And you know what? I got some demanding. I probably don't want Kenyon on there neither. Cause I'm tired of his shit too. I'm tired of Kenyon with me. They need to take his ass to jail too. The shit you try to pull on the show when you try to get at me, oh yeah, I called the police the next day. They trying to get you too.
Then we have Gil's arch nemesis, Kwame Brown. When news first hit, he went straight to his live on YouTube, started dancing, laughing, having a great time about it, saying, hey, you going to jail, that's it. Da 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 da. As he said, Gil got out on bail, so that didn't really happen the way Kwame wanted it to happen. But of course, Gil then responds to Kwame, also laughing back at him, now dancing and saying, yeah, you mad, basically. Stephen A. Smith chimed in and just voicing his concern about the situation and essentially saying that he didn't think Gil should be laughing about the situation and how it's a bad look for him, for potential sponsors and people that want to work with them to have a Fed case hanging over your head. I don't think Stephen A. Smith is super wrong in regards of how it looks, but at the end of the day, it's no chill. Gil, he don't care. He feels like he's innocent, he's good, so he's gonna laugh and joke about it. He stated himself, like whoever decides not to mess with him no more, whatever sponsor decides to try to drop him, not deal with him, he said, he's just gonna go to the competitors and work with them then, and don't come back when he starts popping. I don't know. I hope all goes well with the situation. We don't want jail. We don't want Gil in jail. We love the work he's doing out here. We love his show. But that's still a very fresh and developing thing. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But in other news, I had to touch on this. Ari Lennox, R&B singer, R&B sensation. Ari Lennox. She was on a podcast, an interview. I don't know. I'm dropping the clips.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, like, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, like, joking ass movie. And even when the joking movie is like, damn, like, that was fucked up. Like, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know. It's like Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Like, of just like always going on Pam, always, like, that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But like, so I feel conflicted because while I feel like this show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like legendary, amazing. Like, I adore them all. Like, you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like, I adore him. It just would piss me off. Like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that, like I'll always kind of feel a way about that.
But she was speaking about Martin, the TV show, starring Martin Lawrence, starring and created by Martin Lawrence, Tisha Campbell. Basically, she was speaking on how the jokes between the characters Martin and Pam, played by Tisha Arnold, the jokes made her feel uncomfortable. She felt like it was based in colorism, that Pam was aggressively attacked because she was dark-skinned. And some of the jokes were just way over the line. For me personally, as someone who grew up watching Martin, I don't recall any colorism jokes. So I just recall Martin ragging on Pam for her hair or her breath, and I recall Pam firing right back at Martin with the same energy. I thought it was a fair exchange between both of them. I never seen it get anything close to colorism. I didn't see it, but Ari saw it this way, and she's presenting it that way. And I think a lot of people are kind of against that idea because I think the idea is that, well, it's a comedy show where there's jokes, and Martin jokes on everybody, and everybody on that show jokes on Martin. There was no bullying, as it seems that she's trying to make it seem, that because Pam was dark-skinned, she was bullied differently. And a lot of people are saying, well, that's BS. But Ari doubled down on it. She came back and said, I said what I said, and I'm going to stand on it. And I think she's trying to turn it into this deeper than rap thing, where it's like, you can't understand it unless you're a dark-skinned female, or we laugh at it because of our trauma, and we're actually, that's how it's therapeutic. We're dealing with the pain, so we laugh at it instead of saying, no, that's unacceptable. I think that's a hard stop. It's a joke. It's comedy. I think, end of the day, and she said what probably the core of it is she's sensitive. She said out of her mouth that she's a very sensitive person. We all got the people in our family that are sensitive. And like, especially coming from a family where jokes are flying, or a friend group with jokes are flying. You know that there's always that person that's like, you know, like, oh yeah, we don't joke on her or him because they sensitive. They gonna take it a different way. We just leave them alone. But that person also knows that you don't get to participate. You can't be sensitive and then try to jump in and do jokes too. Don't work like that. I'm hoping Ari's not like that on that type of time. If you're sensitive, you're sensitive. So maybe you're seeing it in a way that we just can't see it. But I don't know. I would love to hear the opinions of the people. Like if you've seen Martin, please don't. I really wouldn't want your opinion if you've never seen a show, you didn't grow up watching a show, like, and you're just kind of jumping in the conversation for the sake of having it, and you've never seen the damn show. But if you have, I would love to hear like your opinions on what did you see versus what somebody else saw. That would just be a great conversation to have. But it's a conversation for another time. Moving right along, though. Praise up to Ari. I hope you get through that. Glorilla. Yeah, I almost forgot about you, Glow. Get him, Glow. Glorilla was recently arrested. A warrant was issued out for her arrest, and then she was subsequently arrested. ¿Por qué? Why? Well, this all started off with her home in Georgia being burglarized, right? I guess people came in there with intentions to grab what they can, and I guess they got some things, but they didn't know that although she wasn't there, she had family and friends there. So they came and they pretty much scared off the burglar. They ended up leaving with some stuff though, but the cops come, they do their investigation. I guess they do their rounds to make sure there's nobody hiding in the house. At some point during that, they see in Glorilla's closet, in Glorilla's room, in plain view, some weed, a nice amount of weed. And they go, oh, I know we're here for this crime, but there's also a new crime. And we got to get to that. So they, of course, issue an arrest warrant because Georgia is Georgia, and not much more you need to say about that. She's out on bail, of course, as well. And hopefully, I don't know, hopefully everything works out. They let that go because come on now, George, let's get it together, man. She is not selling weed. That's her weed. That's the house weed. Let's stop it. You were there for one thing. You didn't have to. You did the most. This is what we call doing the most. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure she's going to be A-okay and pull through that. But with that, I'm done. I'm keeping it short. Coming back with a short one. Don't worry. We'll get there. We gotta rebuild. We gotta reconnect. We need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. This is like the mantra of the Culture Live right now. To just like, comment, and subscribe. We need the support. We need to see comments. We need to see the interaction. We need it so that we can keep doing this thing about. We got a lot of content coming. This fall, expect a lot of new stuff from us, a lot of new shows, a lot of new vibes, just a bigger shift in the energy. We had a quiet summer, so we can have a loud fall. So again, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Tachi. This is the Culture Lot. This is the Culture Lot Rundown, and I'm back. I'm not leaving. Unless I leave again. But I promise you I'm not doing it. I'm back. Alright? So I need you guys to lock in with us because we are locked in with y'all. And we ain't going nowhere. We here to stay, man. The culture. Keep it locked. POP, hold it down.